More tech. President Muhammadu Buhari on Friday in Abuja said that Nigeria would welcome more initiatives and investments in digital technology while appreciating Microsoft for an engineering hub, African Development Center, worth about $200 million. President Buhari stated this when he received the president of Microsoft Corporation, Brad Smith, at the presidential villa. He told the visiting Microsoft team that as the largest economy and most populous nation in Africa, Nigeria was positioned to play a strategic role in the global technology ecosystem and seek the right partnerships to harness the potentials. Well, joining us to discuss further whether or not Nigeria is positioned to play a strategic role in the global technology ecosystem is Mr. Stephen Oniya, who is the MD and CEO of Nigerian technology company Soft City Group. Well, thank you so much for joining us. Good morning to you.
Hey, good morning.
So what do you make of what the president says? Is Nigeria ready to lead in the arena of digital technology on the globe?
Absolutely, yes. We are very much ready to lead. But when you say on the globe, we need to know where we are and where we're going.
Yeah.
But for Africa, we are much ready to lead digital economy, the digital technology drive. We are much ready to lead.
Okay, very optimistic.
Very.
So let's follow up on that. Yeah. I think it was November of last year, African Data Centers launched a $100 million facility. We covered it here on Arise News Live at the Echo Hotel, the launch. We had the group CEO on the show. But where the center is situated, the Echo Atlantic had to promise them, guarantee fiber optic network and power to incentivize them to come here. So can you speak to the infrastructure, I guess, challenges that could be a hurdle or hindrance to us getting to where we need to be digitally here?
Thank you. Just to put it in the right context, power is essential to any kind of business or any investment.
Whether you're technology.
No, but you see, we in technology, I do not think the lack of power is enough to pull us back or hold back the drive towards a digitized economy. I don't think it is, but it's essential because without it, there is nothing that could be powered and there's no server that could run. But if you look at it in the broader text, what we would eventually have is an expensive digital quality of life. It does not stop the infrastructure of being set up using expensive power, which is what I want to call it.
Yeah.
But what it will translate into is an expensive digital quality of life where Nigerians are going to be the beneficiary of this power, going to be the beneficiary of this innovation and these infrastructures. We end up with the hard-earned money being spent excessively on enjoying basic digital quality of life.
According to, I'll take you up on something else. According to the NCC, Nigerian Communication Commission, broadband penetration is at 41%. Can you get to become a leader on in the digital, arena if you haven't got up to 50% broadband penetration in your country?
I'm happy you asked this question. I don't think the percentage of penetration is what matters. It's the impact the little we can give us. Now, with the whole broadband that we had in the past, if you see what has happened in the entertainment industry, with the ability to have content have driven our entertainment industry to a global level. We are not just leading West Africa or Africa alone. We are a major player globally. Our people here, they go down and shut down major event centers overseas because they've been able to transform that industry with technology. Content are being flying right here and there. Now, they have their issue with their intellectual property rights, but nevertheless, that industry have grown from where it used to be to where it is now with the power they got from broadband penetration. Everybody is now enjoying content, which is key for us. Also, there's the platformization of the economy, where you see the way platforms came on board and people get employed. But some people are using the neology of Uberization.
Right.
The Uberization of the economy is happening. Platform economy is becoming developed. Now, what we're experiencing is an advancement that 4G has brought us. So it wasn't only whether you were 41%, because we did not get 41% as of 2 years ago.
Right.
But it's the impact. Who are the people maximizing it? But if you look at the concept, if you look at what we call the Metcalfe's law in computing, which say the quality and the value of every network is the square of the people on that network. If we can bring more people on the upcoming 4G, we will get double the effect, triple the impact, and a lot more will happen in the country.
What are your thoughts on 5G?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If 5G is introduced,
Yeah.
even if we stay at the 41% penetration, but we need more people. You see, this level we are now, we have people who know how to use their devices digitally and they're driving content.
Yep.
We have people who know how to use their devices simply and they're enjoying the platformization of the economy. Now, new businesses, new opportunities will come in through digital transformation by the time we have 5G. And there will be more opportunity, more industry will be open. The transformation we've seen in the entertainment, in the fintech space, whereby we are also leading. We have unicorns in the fintech space. We're going to go further and be able to enjoy more respect on a global level.
Fantastic. What about cyber security, malware attacks, phishing, or so on and so forth? What about that as a hurdle to where President Buhari wants to see us in the digital space?
This is a very good question because I tell anyone you can't adopt technology to solve a problem and not be able to cope with the disadvantages. Everything good comes with some form of disadvantage. Now, security is a major issue we players in the industry have had for a long time. And kudos to the NCC team because we now have a computer security information incident response team.
Yep.
The computer security incident response team by NCC. Now, what this team does is they sensitize Nigerians on the potential threat of zero-day attacks. Right. Now, zero-day attacks are attacks that are currently not known. So when they become launched, even you as a user, no matter how savvy you are prone to being attacked. You are vulnerable to those attacks. So they notify us zero-day attacks until it's coming. Now, I will give you to how the mind of an hacker works. Of an hacker works. What they think is they don't start by just jamming your computer with DDoS attacks and the like. They do footprinting. They go to you, why your friends on Facebook, why your friends on LinkedIn, why your connections on LinkedIn, why your followers on Instagram, and they trace you. That's what they call footprinting in ethical hacking. And they locate people around just to find a way to get into your system. People try and email you sent, your phone number you mistakenly dropped somewhere. When they can footprint you with relevant information, the chance that they will get into your system is already about 80%. So it's not just having the secured infrastructure that protects you, because the vulnerability of your own credentials also works against you. Now that's one of the reasons why I give kudos to the computer security incident response team, notifying of daily zero-day attacks. Now for us, the risk it becomes higher the more we adopt. The more infrastructures we adopt, the more data center we set up, the more technology bandwidth we provide, the more the risk. Because the hacker will technically do lesser the job for more the value. So what we are trying to do now is we need to start from the sensitization point. If you do a survey on how many people have been breached with security so far, you realize if you trace it back, most of them are through improperly secured footprinting network, where they've been careless with their password, they've been careless with their login details, they were dropping their phone number and email online, not knowing these things are what a hacker will use during the footprinting step of hacking a system.
Thank you for that. Very in-depth. Academia. What about the role that academia can play in getting Nigeria to a digital leadership position on the globe? Our curriculums, for instance, are they sufficiently updated for the digital economy?
I mean no disrespect to my senior colleagues.
Say it with your chest. Go ahead.
To my senior colleagues in that industry, because they are doing a fantastically great job.
Yep.
And I have a lot of professors that I consider, because I'm a member of the Computer Professionals Registration Council.
Okay, great. Okay.
So I don't joke with team playing. But you see, we don't have the materials to even produce the caliber of talent we need for the future. Now, the material development is one, infrastructure within the institutions is two. So we need the government to provide the infrastructure first. Now, the materials can be developed when there is infrastructure to train them on. So you can say they don't have the material they're using to train the graduates they are doling out into the economy, and the talents are not at par with what's obtainable in the world. But even if they upgrade those materials, do they have the infrastructure internally in those institutions to teach those new materials? So you can't blame them not putting the material before the infrastructures. You can see this noise that government needs to invest in the universities. They need to, as you have said it, a lot of people have said it. Now they need to help their core, because computing is the future. And without the people component of computing, if the people component is not well energized, there's no way you bring this infrastructure. We will remain at the mercy of foreign expatriate teaching us. There's nothing bad in information exchange, but we need our team to be capable. I've seen teams overseas in UK, in US, in India. Some of them are even still in school. And when you ask them solid questions on technology, they are sound, they are reliable, and they are competent. Now you have our graduates, most of the expert level you see in professionality in technology, they were self-educated. They will tell you most of these things I did not learn it from school. Not because the schools cannot develop the materials. I know expert level professors that are in those universities that I know one-on-one in this industry, but I can assure you they can't teach nothing if the material they're developing does not have a platform for you to be taught.
Well said, well said. Finally, in a minute or so, did COVID advance Nigeria's digital path to where President Buhari wants to see us as far as remote work and all this and that?
I wouldn't say it advanced, though. It just brought us to the realization of what life is. The concept of remoteness and distance has been with us for a while. We started with social networking where we started having distance of relationship, distance of friendship. We got used to that and we became comfortable. Now, distance of work have existed before COVID. But in those days when you tell a client, come to Victoria Island, let's have the meeting on Zoom, or let's have it on Mail, they'll tell you, no, I want to come to your office in there. I want to move. People come all the way from Port Harcourt to Lagos just to come and meet you for a meeting. Now, because it's been there, it just became obvious to us that we can't do without it. What we say about the way the churches were disrupted, and in the past they will tell you they can't even service, you have to come physically to a church. But remoteness with your religion now is not a reality. And remoteness and distance is not something that is per se, it's part-time. It's something that is full-time now, because in time to come, we have something called the resistance of things with the likes of the metaverse, NFT. So we are looking at the future where distance and remoteness become a reality of our daily lives. So basically, COVID was just an eye-opener for us to know this is the reality. It wasn't really what advanced the technology in that space.
Digital economic growth in Nigeria. Very, very great conversation with Mr. Stephen Oniya, the MD and CEO of Soft City Group. Thank you so much for joining us.
You're welcome.